Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is SKTV coming to you live from somewhere in Africa. I want to say thank you to all of you for joining us. I almost there from Phoenix, Arizona. I'm used to saying that. Yeah.
Mhm.
But I'm sorry. Yes, indeed. Neighbor, how you doing, sir?
Yes, thank you, Seku. I'm doing great. Thank God for life, and I don't know how everything like with you from that side of Africa.
Yeah, so is everything good?
Yes, I'm doing great. Oh, thank God. Oh, it's just that now 20 days to go. So the political figures and so forth and so on. But I'm doing great. Thank God for life.
All right. Yeah, so first, I want to say thank you to all of you for joining us. I want to encourage you to share the show. Um, if you are listening and watching from Liberia or anywhere else in Africa, I want to say good evening. If you are watching us from the United States, around the East Coast, I want to say good afternoon. And if you are watching from the West Coast, from Phoenix or anywhere in the West Coast, California, Nevada, Oregon, Washington State, I want to say good morning to all of you. The time check right now, from where I sit, is 6:17, 17 minutes after 6 p.m. I believe it's precisely 11:17 in Phoenix, Arizona. I want to take this time to say welcome to SKTV once again. I want to encourage each and every one of you to go ahead and share the show. Today we are going to be discussing the race for the presidency of the Republic of Liberia. The question is, who is winning? Who is winning the minds of the people? Who is actually making the case? Which message or messages that are resonating with the people? So I want to say thank you to all of you. I want to encourage you to share the show. But in the meantime, I want to recognize a few of you. We may not be able to see everybody or call all of you names. Well, yes, Yumutru Kanga, I want to say welcome to SKTV. Linda, welcome. Regional Wilson, it's been a minute. Welcome to SKTV. Rebecca, welcome to SKTV. Yen, Bobby Yen, welcome to SKTV. Esther, welcome to SKTV. Lucretia Gibson, welcome to SKTV. Janita Woolworth, welcome to SKTV. My friend and brother, Joseph Conto, welcome to SKTV. Jemima Paul Pierre, welcome to SKTV. Roger Gibson, welcome to SKTV. Frank Musik, welcome to SKTV. Felicia, welcome to SKTV. I want to say thank you to all of you. If you haven't shared the show, please go ahead and do so because we want to make sure everybody participates. Hey, Conrad Yinkan, welcome, my brother. Welcome to SKTV. Bilal Williams. Mary Pratt, welcome to SKTV. Anya Flomo, welcome to SKTV. Versifas. My friend and brother, Melvin the Shield from all the way Brussels. Belgian, welcome to SKTV. John Williams. I think my uncle is here too. Musa Sharif from all the way Atlanta, Georgia. Uncle, we are coming to you live from the motherland, from somewhere in Africa. I want to say thank you to all of you for joining SKTV. So let me go to Melbourne because today we are going to be discussing the race for the presidency of the Republic of Liberia. Alexander Boniface Emmanuel Hicks, welcome to SKTV. Roberto Rashid, welcome to SKTV. Uh, you know, it's not easy, but it looks like somebody's winning and somebody's getting angry, somebody is getting agitated, somebody is exaggerating, behaving as if to say their life going to end tomorrow. But I want to say thank you to all of you for following. We are here to keep you posted, to keep you updated, to tell you exactly what is going on. So, Mabel, from where you
Yeah,
sit, what's going on, my brother?
yeah.
What's going
Thank
on?
you.
What's going on? Tell the
Thank
people what's
you.
going on.
I know there are a lot of things ongoing right now as we speak, especially when it comes to politics right here in Liberia. So there are a lot of things ongoing. Thank you for everything, and yes, indeed, folks. Thank to all of you. But first of all, let me say good evening to our folks there, right there in Maryland County and the rest of the other counties. Some of you who right there, you right between Liberia and another Sierra Leone border, or Liberia and another Guinea border, or Liberia and another Africa Coast border. Let me also say good evening to all of you. Thank you so much for always making True Fair your own and always following the SKTV. So yes, indeed, uh, uh, this topic is just so interesting. But let me just bring some of the happening right here in Liberia. Yes, when it comes to politics, there are a lot of happening, especially when it comes to the top three. And so far, since the start of the candidate nomination up to the candidate of final listing, so far we saw 20 presidential candidates, and among the 20, we we are now seeing the best three among those 20 presidential candidates. So the best three presidential candidates among the 20 presidential candidates are one, the president of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency George Weah, and the former vice president of the Republic of Liberia, Honorable Joseph Yuma Boaka, and Honorable Alexander B. Cummings of the CPP. Also, these are three top presidential candidates that are making their way right now in Liberia. So, the CPP launched in Magibi. Let me start off with the CDC. The CDC was the first to actually launch right here in Monserrado at ATS on the 7th of September. And after the CDC, the next political party to launch was the CPP, and they did that in Magibi because they said that Monserrado is not Liberia. So what they decided to do is to make the entire politics, or to bring the people to be part of all of the activities. So because of that, what happened is that they took their political rally and carried to Mangibi. And after the CPP political rally, which were here in Mangibi, after that, we saw the former ruling party, or the Unity Party, on the 17th of September at the Anthony Tottenham Stadium, or the 80th for short. On the 17th of September, they did their launching. You know, it's always called the launching. You know, whenever the political party coming up and say, okay, this day is given to all, that means that day is given to them for them to come out to launch. That means no another political party will come out on that day. So all of these parties that we talk about, apart from ACO, also that have their program sometime in September. At least maybe there are few parties, but we're discussing the best top three. So far, after that, we also see now there's a heavy campaign now between the CPP, the Unity Party, and that of the CDC. Every day we see all of them coming out right now. The former vice president, he ran out in Bapolu County, Bopolu City. While we see also the CPP, also they are also campaigning heavily from place to place, and also the CDC right now we were just watching the CDC in Lofa County. So all of the political, activity that is ongoing, our people, they are now looking at which way to go, who to vote for. But all we can say right now, Sekou and the rest of the team, is peace. Peace is all that we all keep telling them, that please, if you go out there with your candidate, or that person that you feel that you want to vote for, please just be safer and just do it good for the sake of Mama Liberia. So they're really, really tough. In fact, we no longer hearing about one round victory anymore. Even now, the one round victory now has been turned over now to the former ruling party, or the Unity Party. In fact, they are not saying that it's one round victory now for them. So this kind of topics, it's not easy. Then on the 6th of October, the CPP will be closing the campaign. So it's a back-to-back. Then on the 7th of October, the United Party too will also be closing the campaign. And on the 8th of October, the CDC will also be closing their campaign also on the 8th of October. So it's not easy. These are the three best political parties run, or these are the three best candidates right now in Liberia, Seku, that are really, really making a way and are really, really convincing the voters right here in Liberia. So far, so good. These are happening. And the team from the CPP also, they just arrived. I don't know what you make of that. What are we going to get to that on today?
Yeah, so yeah, the Kumi's intellectual team.
Yes,
Yeah,
indeed.
if you have yeah, that's fine. They can come in because we promised them that we will have them every Wednesday if they have time to come in. We may not have them for the entire show time. We can have them from the about at least at the first segment of the show, and after that we can continue with because for them they will kind of update and give information about what they are doing about the CPP and the rest of it. For us, we are about everything and everybody else. So
Indeed.
and we have time for other people to call in and participate. So if you like, you can go off camera, make some arrangement, make sure they are, you have things set up for them, and then give me a signal whenever you're ready. In the meantime, while we await those gentlemen to get ready, I want to start out by telling thank you to all of you for joining us. And I want to encourage all of you to share the show. By the way, before even starting the show, a few people, about 2 people already started sending us money for data without making any announcement. 2 people said, oh, somebody sent $20, somebody sent $25. I want to say thank you to you for the cash out that you sent to us. We appreciate it. And we want to say thank you to all of you that have shared the show. If you haven't done so, please go ahead and share the show. While we wait those guys to come in, I had the opportunity today to talk to somebody from the CPP. I was informed of their plan and the trend of event, how things going to unfold moving forward. Talking about having a program in Bonn, in Nimba, in Basel, and as far as in the Southeast, and to climax their campaign in Montevideo. However, I was also informed that the idea of who's going to win, they are saying they're going to win this election. The confidence level is too high. The optimism is very, very, very high. I don't know where it's coming from. But I was informed that given their own internal polling, also from some international people that are actually doing their polling, the same people that provided the poll earlier, that says that they were coming third, they were within a margin of error. The same pool is showing now that the CPP could likely come first. They are not saying they're going to win first round, but they are saying, given what they have done, and given the aggressive nature of the campaign, and given what they are saying based on their own internal polling, They are very optimistic that they're going to win, that the CPP will win. CPP will come first, not to win first round, but at least the first two party that may go that is likely to go for the second round. They are saying the CPP will be the first. That means CPP will have the highest number. And given what we know right now, given the information we have, CPP going to win Monserrado. Don't mind those funny cry you've been saying. CPP going to win Monserrado. And we also believe that CDC could come second in Monserrado. CPP going to win Grand Cape Mount County. CPP will win Bomi County. CPP will win Grand Bassa County. CPP will win Maryland County. Even CDC agree that CPP is likely to win in those areas. CPP will do well in Magibi. CPP will do well in Bon County. The CPP will do well in Nimba. But it's likely that the Unity Party will win Nimba. But now with big margin, given the information provided. So if everything remains constant based on information available to us, unless they cheat, I must add, unless they cheat, CPP will come first in the election. There are a lot of people who work for government, who are government workers, civil servants that are poised to vote for CPP because they believe that Cummings has what it takes to change the dynamics of our economy. And Liberia's problem right now is economic. And Cummings' stronghold is business, is economic. So many Liberians believe Cummings is the answer when it comes to changing the financial standing of our country. And if Liberia's problem right now is economic, people believe that Cummings has the answer. However, we have Cummings' intellectual and mobilization team here already. The young people that are working tirelessly to make things happen, to bring all the young people on board. So we're going to bring them on. We'll have a conversation with them. Perhaps after the first segment of our conversation, we will more likely let them go, but maybe they will stay on because they came on late. Let's see what's going on here. I'm not sure who all here tonight. I can see Obadiah there. Gentlemen, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, clearly.
So who are those there? Can you kindly introduce yourself?
Yeah, so for
I
me,
think we are
my
having
name
some
is
background, some feedbacks. So I think maybe
sure.
I need to take care of that. The feedbacks are really terrible. So, I'm seeing some guys here, some of my friends and brothers that are not happy when you're giving any news that is not, favorable to them. But our job is not to satisfy any individual or group of individuals or any unscrupulous elements that will come here to attack, to insult us, to distract us. No, we are not here for that. We're not going to be distracted. We'll keep focus. We'll keep our eyes on the ball. We'll make sure we provide the needed information to our people. Some of you are here without even knowing why you are here. Some of you will come and say, oh, you are giving misleading information. But yet, we are the first to be here to listen to misleading information. Some of you are here to say, oh, no, you're telling lies. You are lying to us. But you are the first to come here every day to listen to lies. You'll be the first to say, oh, you know you hate JNB. You don't let JNB. Oh, you are the first to tune in to listen to hate messages against JNB. I don't know who hate JNB more. I don't know who lies more, who love lies more. We are the first to tune in to listen to lies. It says more about you. However, let me check back with my people to see if we have, even though I've been having some connection problem today, I'm not sure what's going on. Well, let me see here if we have our people ready here. Gentlemen, can you guys hear me?
Clearly.
Yes, we are.
Obadiah, you guys there?
Yeah.
Yeah, Chief, we are here.
Is the feedback okay now? Everything good?
No, we're still getting the feedback.
Still getting feedbacks?
Yeah, maybe when it's coming to
I
set
think,
it
I
up.
think it's, you know why? We can be talking while they're trying to fix it. How about that?
Yes, we think if the message
So,
can
like I
go
was
through,
saying,
I think it's okay.
yeah, I think it's good now.
yeah.
So, gentlemen, Obadiah,
Yes, Chief.
can you hear me?
Clear.
So, who is the other gentleman there? Can you introduce yourself, brother?
Yes, I'm Otis Kura, and is excited to be here. One of
My
the
man, you're not speaking to your girlfriend here. You better talk. You put some energy in your voice.
so
Talk, man. Talk. You're on the national radio and you're being monitored internationally. The whole world is watching and listening to you. So speak with some strength, please.
okay, Seku, I think I can do more than what was done first. So my name is Otis Kura, and I'm the national chairperson of the Communist Autopause, one of the groupings of young people focused on achieving the real change agenda by electing Mr. Cummings president and Councillor Charlie M. Bronsky vice president, and also a member of the campaign.
It looks like we're having some problem again. Obadiah, can you hear me?
Clear.
So what happened? What happened to that brother? I kind of got stuck for a second.
That was the internet connectivity.
Oh, okay. So yeah, go ahead, brother.
Yeah, so I was saying my name is Otis Kura, and I am the national chairperson of the Communist Autopause. The Communist Autopause is one of the youth groupings ensuring that Mr. Ellis Cummings and Councillor Charlie M. Bronsky are elected president and vice president of Liberia, respectively, after this October 10 elections, and also a member of the campaign team, the media engagement arm of the campaign team of the CPP. So I'm excited being here. I've been following this show a lot. Seku and Obadiah, I'm excited being here with you people to share our own thoughts too.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for the introduction. Mr. Obadiah, what's going on, my man? Any update from the CIMT, I mean, any development, any progress, or progress report
Yeah, great,
they
great.
want to
Yeah.
share with the Liberian people.
So again, I'd like to say thanks to you and the family of SKTV. We are always excited to be on this platform. Matter of fact, the Cummins Intellectual Mobilization team is doing more than ever before. And we want to say thanks to all of those who are putting in their little resources to keep this organization going. And to my team member, the dedicated young people of the Cummins Intellectual Mobilization team, I want to say thank you to all of them. We have been working and we have extended our work outside of Montserrat County. Matter of fact, we're just in Grand Bassa a few days ago. We make few radio station appearances and we reach out to our Thai shop and intellectual centers. And you know about Margibi County also. And our folks in the other part of Margibi County are working and I'm receiving tons of calls every day that the people are responding. And we want to say this clear the Chief Secretary. The October 6th CPP close of campaign is going to be a blast, right? Our people are responding and the message is going and it's sinking in the minds of our people. I want to say this on this platform. Like you said, this is a national platform and we are monitored all over the world. That to the Liberian people, the people who believe in real change and the people who believe that the CPP, Mr. Kumi and Councillor Bronsky can make a better change will come outside on October 6th. This crowd politics, like the chairman Benedict said, we have accepted the challenge. And the Liberian people are going to send out a message. Like you were saying when we came in, we will win Montserrat County, we'll win all of the counties you mentioned. And besides, the Lima County that the UP is boasting of today, we will win, we'll take at least 20% for Lima County. I want to assure the Liberian people today. So the CPP is actually on the right path of victory. The Liberian people are receiving the message. Things are moving on. And October 6th going to be a close of month of the folks from UP. The CPP will send a clear message that change is coming. The Liberian people will send a message to President Weah that we tired with this tyrannical government and the President Weah inability of leading the Liberian people. So yes, the CIMT is doing well and the mobilization is going on. I just wanted to assure the Liberian people that October 6th is going to be a blast.
So that invites another question. You guys went to Margibi. Given the crowd we saw, it was overwhelming. And for what I know, people are kind of concerned with the crowd size. Oh no, this is crowd, this is crowd. But for what I've seen for myself, and for the people I've talked to, CPP confidence level is not driven by crowd size, but rather the grand game,
Smart.
the planning and execution. And I was even told that they are really ready to push harder every day until the election day. Every day they will push harder than the day before. So, what was the experience in Margibi County?
So yeah, the thing is, like you said, the crowd politics thing. I think that people want to make this whole politics now out of football game, where we need to have more spectators on the field to motivate the players. But again, somehow we dance to that. We will show them what we are capable of doing. Like you said, we have the strategy, and we are working towards that. And our strategy, our strength will be showing on October 6th. Margibi was a blast, it was a tsunami, And like I said before the program on Imagibi on your show, that the crowd was going to turn up Imagibi, was going to be a human tsunami, and that happened. And I'm here again on your platform to tell you about October 6th. So what we did in Imagibi is just 2% of what will happen in Montserrat County. Since we left Imagibi, our strategy, the business plan strategy we had, and we reached out to businesses in Margibi County. Our contact person will left there, call me this morning and say, you have to send me more form or you have to come back. Right? So this shows that our message is resonating. And like you said, this whole crowd thing is not just it's not all about this. But the people are afraid of the CPP and they are afraid of the policy issue. They are not coming with turntables. They are not coming to tell Liberian people what they intend to do to address the prevailing issue that Liberian people are faced with. Like, for example, our health sector is challenged. Agriculture is challenged. Right? Security is challenged. We should be telling the Liberian people what we are coming to do. Or the ruling party that's want to retain power should be telling us what they have done, that we should still entrust them. But they are swaying away from that because they know the CPP have the best platform. Our manifesto is out, and if you read the manifesto, you will know what we are coming to do and how we're going to do it, and the possibility of us doing it. For us, we believe reality. So all of what we have in our manifesto, we clearly state on how we're going to do it. So since they are swaying away from the real issue and they're bringing in the crowd politics, I am on your platform today to tell the Liberian people that what happened in Margibi County will be just 1% of what will happen on October 6th. And so this is to every Liberian, like you said, Chief, the silent voters and the intellectual class are all on the side of Mr. Cummings. So the other people, we are reaching out to them, to their homes, and in every way we think we can reach out to them to get them on board.
Okay, so let me just throw in on a Margibi issue.
Yeah. I was gonna go to you. So you said your UNO team is called
the Cummings Autopause.
The Cummings Autopause. What does that mean? Tell me about why the meaning of that group and what you do.
So could I just show you a little on the Margibi, then I go to the Cummings Autopause?
That's fine.
Yeah, so
that's fine.
There is something about this Margibi launch that is unprecedented. Most of our colleagues on the other side, I believe they are aware, but like Obi said, they do not have the actual message of policies, things about how the challenges of the country will be resolved. So knowing that Mr. Cummings and the CPP come with this message, they want to divert the minds of the Liberian people from this numbers thing. They will tell you that, yes, Mr. Cummings is strong, Mr. Cummings is clean, Mr. Cummings is somebody who has the right ideas. Councillor Charlene can make a very good vice president. It is a very good team that Liberians can trust, but he does not have the number. And I so much appreciate the campaign team to have this kind of strategy. You have more than 2.4 million voters. How many percent of these voters will be at ATS on a particular day? So it demonstrates to you that even if you have less than 2% or less than 1% of those voters at ATS, there are millions of them left back home in their various counties. Visit them. Going to Margibi, I challenge any of the other political parties, go to any part of Liberia outside of Montserrat. Because Montserrat has so many people. They have, obviously, anyone who launches in Montserrat will have crowd going to them. Go to Margibi, go to Grand Bassor and launch there. You saw when the VSB was being named in Grand Bassor, it was like a campaign rally for launch ceremony. Then Margibi again. Tomorrow there will be an engagement in the lower part of Magibi. I think this is something that, according to Mr. Cummings' message of reaching the hearts and minds of the people, if you want to reach the hearts and minds of the people, you will not just sit in Morovia and launch in Morovia and expect that the people back there will be receiving every message that comes from Morovia. You will go to the people. You will respect the people in Kakata. You will sit with them. You will make the people in Kakata or Magibi understand that this is part of Liberia. Political party can come and launch here and give you that message. So that was an unprecedented crowd. And like Obi said, the momentum for October 6th, I'm just thinking how it will be. And I'm praying that everything goes as peaceful as it can be, because the people are calling. Imagine the number of people from Grand Bassel who were there at the naming ceremony of their daughter as vice running mate. Imagine my Gideon now owning this process to be the first political party that we know to launch in their home. They are owning it. Imagine the people that will come from Bon County. You can recall when Mr. Cummings visited Bon County, it was like a campaign launch again. Imagine the people that will come from other extended part. I think October 6th is going to be a blast, just in the words of Obi. So when it comes to the Cummings Autopause, the Cummings Autopause is youth arm. We named ourselves Autopause because of the structure we have. So Auto is a metric prefix that represents it. So we thought that we can incorporate the ideas of many Liberians, because Mr. Cummings has been pushing the ideas of incorporating everyone, whether you are skilled or unskilled, everyone into his policies, and showing that a Liberia that works should be a Liberia that everyone is involved in making it work, and everyone, like he said, has a space to eat from that bowl that he usually describes. So we have a structuring of it. So then we came with the Autopause. And the structure of Autopause from biological standpoint, it has 9 brains. 8 of those brains will work as sub brains for one of the legs. So we have the structure of leadership. And the 9th brain, which is the central brain, controls the other 8. So I'm heading the 9th brain of the Autopause, and I'm there to give out the message of the real change back to the other 8 brains. And the 8 brains are also reaching out along with all of us to the communities. And we've been doing this. We've been doing this since the beginning of the year. We've been doing this since the beginning of the year. We've been visiting communities. We've been going out. When we went to Grand Bassel for the VSB naming ceremony, we arrived in Grand Bassel a day to the program. Early in the morning, we knew that our job was not to go and crowd up the place, because the people from Bassel were already ready to support their daughter. Our job was to reach out to other persons who are still struggling between accepting. And we were in the communities that early morning. We visited the marketplace in Buchanan. So this is what we are doing, because this is about our future, the young people. We must own it. We must own it. And that is just what we are doing. And we are seriously combating the naysayers who believe that we are going to give them another chance to squander our future opportunity only in the name of numbers. If I come, Obadiah come, Manjua come, every other person come, Mr. Cummings will have the number. And that is the number we are working on.
Thank you. Thank you. So I will throw in one more question to you guys. So I'm not going to actually let you guys go right after the first segment, because I'm enjoying the conversation.
Yeah.
We will
Thank you.
be here for a little more time, even after the news bulletin. But before we go to the news bulletin, we still have about 6 minutes. Let me ask you this. What can you tell people who continues to underestimate the strength of Mr. Cummings and the CPP? You people are on the field. You talk to people. You talk to real people, real voters. You know their mindset. You get responses from them, from diverse, set of people. Are they setting themselves up for a shock? Or, do you think the idea of underestimating the strength of Cummings and the CPP it's good for the CPP. All those guys are just confusing themselves. All they know they fight, but they're just trying to play low. What's going on? You guys on the field? Tell me something, man. I want to know. Just briefly, because we don't have 5 minutes now to go to the news bulletin. So you can do it under 4 minutes so we can transition to go to the news bulletin.
Okay. So for me, I really think that they should continue to underestimate those who are, I'm talking about those political parties. I'm not discussing the Liberian people in general. Because the Liberian people are not underestimating Mr. Cummings. The Liberian people are not looking for numbers because they are the number. The Liberian people are looking for the ideas that will ensure good governance. The Liberian people are looking for the idea, especially the young people, are looking for the idea where National Youth Service Program will provide an opportunity of skills provision and also employment opportunity. That is what we are looking for. The majority of the young people are not looking for the underestimation that political parties bring. We are looking for space of employment, investment, climate. And we think Mr. Cummings is bringing that. We are looking for an improved economy. We are looking for someone who respects the rule of law, who has been tested even when he was lied on, and he ensured that he followed the path of the rule of law, even when the law cannot be trusted. He still follow, obeying the rule of law. That is what we are looking at. So if for whatever reason they want to underestimate Mr. Cummings and the CPP, I usually say this is going to be a lesson learned for many Liberians. Because on a fair note, there are many persons who are not challenging themselves with decisions. Mr. Cummings and the CPP winning this election is going to be a lesson learned in different fields. It's going to tell people that when you decide to do something, you are committed to doing it. And you are doing it for the right reason. Stick to it. And there are people who will come. And some of us were not supporting Mr. Cummings some 1-2 years ago. But we understood his consistency. He's not just doing this thing because he wants to become president at all costs.
Yes. You know, I like the way Otis is.
Let me that champion jump for 1 minute. They will go to the newspaper.
So you got me smiling.
So you guys gonna stay after the news? You'll come back. Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
But Obida, just go ahead 1 minute before we go.
So quickly, the reason you see people think the political parties that Mr. Cummings should be underestimated is because they fear the force of this man. They fear the vision and what this man is bringing. They're both parties that are contesting with the CPP. If you put any of them in a race with Mr. Cummings, they are out. So the strategy of the CPP is, let's get this, let's make it insignificant so that Liberia can seem to be a factor. But deep down, Mr. Cummings is a serious factor in these elections. And like you said, we're going to win this election, and Otis just said, we will bring the fourth republic. And that fourth republic is a prosperous nation. The prosperous nation that will give jobs to our people. The prosperous nation that will
their conversation will continue. No worry. Don't go anywhere. Anybody stick around. These gentlemen, these young people are moving mountain right now. I'm not sure what's going on, but I'm enjoying the conversation. So let's go to Melbourne. And our people, they're going to go to the news bulletin. And right after the news bulletin, we'll be back. Melbourne, are you there? Are we good for the news?
Thank you so much. So coming up next 2 minutes, coming up to 7 o'clock, folks, and coming up at 7 is 15 minutes of news bulletin. In fact, that we run up to 7:15. As Segura said, and after the news bulletin, we're going to continue with the program up to 8 o'clock on tonight. So if you're there, yes, indeed, don't you dare touch a dial Truth FM. Just break.
Political parties, CPP. Alexander Benedict Cummings, President and Vice President for a better Liberia, for massive and decent paid jobs with equal access to jobs and opportunities, irrespective of your political, social, or ethnic background. Vote Cummings and Bromskin for a better economy. President and Vice President of the Republic of Liberia. It's CPP all the way. All the way. Station and better care for retired and old people. Fort Cummins and Bromskin for support through loans to farmers for increase in food production for the nation. Fort Cummins and Bromskin for a better judiciary and general enforcement of law and order aimed at attracting direct foreign investment for massive job creation. Yes!
"17 years ago, a news center was birthed, charged to collect balanced, credible, and accurate news and information. A task tested and proven to be a world-class example of news presentation where truths are told. We lead by example and others follow. RCR News, the premier source of accurate news. Bulletin is up next."
Good evening, RCR News.
Integrity Watch Liberia alarms over violations of the campaign finance regulations. 5 persons have been forwarded to court for prosecution for their connection to the recent drug saga at the Rabas International Airport. Presidential candidate Councillor Tiawan Gongo described the October general elections in Liberia as a defining moment for the country, says the people's decision at the ballot this year will determine the course of the country. And out of Liberia, Burkina Faso's Transitional Legislative Assembly has unanimously voted to send troops to the neighboring Niger, where the military seized power on 26 July this year, according to the BBC. Those are the headlines. Now the news in detail. Integrity Watch Liberia has alarmed over violations of the campaign finance regulations. The institution disclosed that it has received a total of 819 reports concerning violations of the candidate and political parties' campaign finance regulations set forth by the National Elections Commission for the 2023 presidential and legislative elections. Integrity Watch Executive Director Hera Ado said 179 of the violations pertain to the abuse of state resources, 279 involve issues related to contributions and expenditure restrictions, 171 are connected to the monitoring of expenditures, and 187 focus on reporting and public disclosure. Speaking at a news conference Wednesday in Monrovia, Ado described the findings of their monitoring efforts as troubling. He pointed out that the report indicates a significant lack of compliance with the campaign finance regulations among candidates and political parties. According to Hera Edu, the monitoring efforts have highlighted an unfair playing field, with wealthy individuals and parties possessing substantial financial resources outspending their competitors, seemingly disregarding the campaign finance regulations established by the National Elections Commission. Meanwhile, the Integrity Watch boss has underscored the need for increased vigilance and enforcement of campaign finance rules to ensure a fair and transparent electoral process in October this year. 5 persons have been forwarded to court for prosecution for their connection to the recent drug saga at the Rabas International Airport. Liberia Drugs Enforcement Agency's Director of Public Affairs, Michael Gipley, making the disclosure to RCR News on Wednesday, said 1 person was charged with unlicensed importation of illegal drug, while the other 4 were charged with unlicensed transportation and criminal conspiracy. He said the Liberia Drugs Enforcement Agency has investigated the 5 individuals, including the head of security at the Rabas International Airport, Samuel Freeman, and has forwarded them to the Magisterial Court in Margibi County for prosecution. Gipley also disclosed that another 5 persons are still under investigation by the Joint Investigative Team for their alleged link to the illegal drug situation at the Rabat International Airport. Recently, a consignment of 10 boxes of methamphetamine was seized by officers of the Armed Forces of Liberia at the RRA when the head of airport security, Samuel Freeman, tried to escort it using an illegal entrance. The government initially said the substance was moringa tea, but testing done by the Liberia Drugs Enforcement Agency and partners proved that the substance was methamphetamine, a substance listed by the United Nations as illegal drug. Presidential candidate Councillor Tiawan Ganglo has described the October general elections in Liberia as a defining moment for the country. Councillor Ganglo said the people's decision at the ballot this year will determine the future of the country. As such, Liberians must be mindful in electing their leaders. The former president of the Liberian National Bar Association said the 12-year administration of the Unity Party and the 6 years under the CDC-led government have led to a complete breakdown in every sector of the country, thereby creating dark cloud over the image of the country to the outside world. According to him, Liberians are experiencing abject poverty and are being subjected to begging as a result of the incompetent leadership being exhibited by President George Weah. At the same time, the Liberian People's Party Standard Bearer has blasted some members of the opposition community for making statements that could incite their followers to cause violence in the October elections. Councillor Gonglo pointed accusing fingers at the political leader and standard bearer of the Unity Party, Joseph Boakai, and the Movement for Democracy and Reconstruction Governing Council Chair, Senator Prince Johnson, for making statements such as nobody has monopoly over violence or we will forcefully resist any plans to steal the elections. Gonglo said such statements coming from major political figures must be condemned because they undermine the Farmington River Declaration that was signed by all political parties. At the same time, Councillor Tiawan Gonglo has described the Gonglo Yakpawolo ticket as the best alternative to solve the many long-standing problems of Liberia. The renowned Liberian lawyer pointed 10 priority areas that will be main focus of the LPP-led government in transforming every sector of the country if elected in the October elections. Councillor Gonglo named zero tolerance for corruption, non-interference with the functions of the judiciary, building of an equitable, fair, sustainable, transparent, accountable, and merit-based society on the function of law. He further named empowerment of Liberian businesses, producing highly skilled professional Liberians, quality healthcare delivery system, and investing in sports programs, amongst others. Archbishop Isaac Winker has termed as timely the presence of the international partners in Liberia ahead of the October 10 polls. Recently, the European Union and the Economic Community of West African States disclosed the deployment of its election observers across the 15 counties of Liberia. According to the regional bodies, their presence seeks to ensure that the election is conducted in a peaceful manner as the 2023 electoral process marks 20 years of uninterrupted peace since the signing of the Accra Peace Agreement in 2003. Archbishop Isaac Winkle, who is the founder of the Dominion Christian Fellowship Church, has at the same time cautioned Liberians to ensure that the peace of the country is maintained. The renowned Liberian clergyman further said the National Elections Commission has the burden to ensure that the country remains peaceful. As such, it must discharge its duties without fear or favor. At the same time, the Archbishop noted that his prayer is that God should touch the minds of various political actors and their supporters to desist from violent activities, thus calling on religious leaders to use their respective places of worship to preach the message of peace. You are listening to a bulletin of news from the News and Current Affairs Department here at the Renaissance Communications Incorporated on Truth 96.1 FM. In more news, Dr. Alan White, co-executive director of the Advocacy Foundation for Human Rights, has delivered a compelling testimony before the Committee on Foreign Affairs, Subcommittee on Global Health, Global Human Rights, and International Organizations. His testimony brought attention to the urgent issue of ritualistic killings in Africa, with a particular focus on Liberia. Dr. White's testimony shed light on the Advocacy Foundation's crucial mission, which involves combating human rights violations, especially ritualistic killings. He also highlighted alarming allegations that link these heinous acts to high-ranking government officials, including those in the executive. Based in Washington, D.C., the Advocacy Foundation for Human Rights is a non-profit organization for a dedicated commitment to targeting human rights violators, exposing public corruption, and advocating for justice and accountability on behalf of victims of such atrocities. Other witnesses who testified before the committee, which was chaired by Congressman Chris Smith, included Obe Biamugashu, program advisor at Campasi Healthcare or Child Care Ministries, Mariam Fola, Trafficking in Persons Protection Manager at War Hope International, and Josephine Aparo, founding member of the Global Survivor Network and representative of the International Justice Commission. During his testimony, Dr. White emphasized the grave risks encountered by sources who dare to speak out against these horrific crimes, underscoring the importance of addressing this issue at both the national and international levels. The civil society or the Civil Servants Association of Liberia has launched an initiative to promote peaceful elections in Liberia. The campaign aims to create awareness and discourage violence during the upcoming elections. As part of this effort, the Civil Servants Association recently organized a one-day awareness event on non-violent elections in the township of West Point, with plans to extend the campaign to Clark Town on the Bushro Island this week. The president of the Civil Servant Association of Liberia, Moimba Johnson, emphasized the importance of this awareness campaign to the maintenance of peace in Liberia. He noted that the global spotlight has shifted to various troubled regions, making it crucial for Liberia to proactively address potential election-related violence. Johnson affirmed that the campaign for non-violent elections will not be limited to West Point and Claretown, but will also be extended to other regions in the country considered to be potential trouble spots. The National Eye Health Division at the Health Ministry, SightSaver, has launched the National Eye Health Policy and Strategic Plan in Liberia. The National Eye Health Policy and Strategic Plan are aimed at addressing eye issues in the country with this training of specialized doctors. Giving an overview of the program manager of the National Eye Health Program, Joseph Kakula, said the program will help the institution make significant strides in the health system of the country. According to Dr. Kakula, the Ministry of Health has been lacking behind with what he termed as policy framework as it relates to the implementation of eye care in the country. As such, the development of such document will accelerate growth. He stated that the policy is for 5 years, while the strategic plan is for 10 years. Serving as chief launcher of the program, Liberia's chief medical officer, Dr. Francis Kete, noted that the document will help make the health sector vibrant. He lamented that the health sector of Liberia is challenged, but encouraged Liberian doctors to continue in their service to humanity rather than giving up. Out of Liberia now, Burkina Faso's Transitional Legislative Assembly has unanimously voted to end or to send troops to neighboring Niger, where the military seized power on 26 July. State TV quoted the defense minister Coulibaly as saying the troops will have a 3-month renewable stay in Niger, fighting terrorism and contributing to stabilizing Sahel states. Burkina Faso's interim cabinet on 30 August approved the deployment of troops to Niger in anticipation of a planned military intervention by the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS. Burkina Faso and Mali are among the few countries that have backed Niger's military junta, which is under pressure from ECOWAS to restore the democratically elected government or risk further sanctions and possible regional military intervention. Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali have also signed an agreement to set up a joint body to coordinate efforts aimed at tackling common challenges, including a jihadist insurgency, general insecurity, and underdevelopment. Elsewhere, the state prosecutor in Gabon says the eldest son of ousted President Ali Bongo and several of his political allies have been charged with high treason and corruption. Noureddin Bongo Valentin, who is 31, was arrested shortly after last month's coup. National TV showed images of him and some of his father's close allies in front of suitcases of cash he said had been seized from their homes. They have not commented on the allegations, according to the BBC. The military seized power soon after Ali Bongo was declared the winner of Gabon's presidential election. He had been in office since 2009 when he succeeded his father, who had ruled the country for a further 41 years. To end this bulletin of news, a recap of the headlines. Integrity Watch Liberia alarms over violations of the campaign finance regulations. 5 persons are being forwarded to court for prosecution for their connection to the recent illicit drug saga at the Rabas International Airport. Presidential candidate Tiawan Gonglo described the October general elections in Liberia as a defining moment for the country, says the people's decision at the ballot this year will determine the course of the country. And off the home front, Burkina Faso's Transitional Legislative Assembly has unanimously voted to send troops to neighboring Niger, where the military seized power on 26 July this year, according to the BBC. RCN News Bulletin at 7. My name is Marka Davis. Good evening.
Minutes down 7. The very next year news on the station will be at 8 o'clock on tonight, by which time we'll bring you more news on Truth FM 96.1. So, Sego, back after the news bulletin. I know that you really, really enjoy it. I know, as usual, should I say that?
I did enjoy it. No doubt, I did.
Good.
Yeah, so I'm going to keep you guys off camera while those guys come and get situated behind the cameras. So yes, indeed, folks, I want to welcome you back to SKTV. I did enjoy the news bulletin. While I was listening to the news bulletin, I was actually reading some of the comments. Some people are agitated because we talk about some of the happenings and some of the expectations when it comes to the elections. You know, there's something that people don't talk about a lot, but it's important that we talk about it. The Unity Party, their supporters, their echo chambers, their naysayers, their praise singers, they want you to believe the Unity Party already won the election. They want you to believe that the Unity Party is the only party that can replace George Weah. They want to make it seem like this is two-horse race between CDC and the Unity Party. That's what they want you to believe. So when they see anything else to the contrary, they get agitated, they go amok, they go crazy. So I don't blame them. They want you to believe. Can you believe that these guys are already dividing position, government position, thinking that they already won an election? They still believe. They still believe that they think they stay in power. Unfortunately, it looks like guys are already here. So, gentlemen, are you guys there and ready to go?
Yeah, sure,
Yes.
sure.
Melbourne, what's going on again? We still hearing feedbacks. So, this high-level desperation, false sense of entitlement, false sense of optimism embedded in the Unity Party is so alarming and funny. So because of that kind of belief, anything contrary to their belief or to the deception they continue to carry out, they get angry. So I'm going to go back to these guys because you guys try to answer my question. I want you to actually answer this particular portion of the question. Those people who continue to actually underestimate the strength of the CPP. Are they setting themselves up for a shock? Do you think they'll be surprised on election day or election night?
Sure. And it's going to be the end of some people. And let me say this.
What do you mean by that?
Meaning, there are some people who will not see themselves anywhere around politics. There are some people who are now fighting to come back in government to steal the Liberian people money and subject them to absolute poverty. The same people that contributed to a failed state that we are all struggling to face today are the same people who are daydreaming, putting themselves in front of the Liberian people that they are the best alternative. You see, the reason they think Mr. Cummings is not a factor is because the way they do things. Like you were saying, they have now started sharing government job. This is a high level of desperation.
I know about that. I even got a list that they're putting together. Who's gonna be what? Who's gonna get what position? Shamefully.
This is so sad.
How are they going to divide the country resources among themselves?
Exactly. And this should sink in the minds of the Liberian people. This shows how desperate these people are. They were there, they spoiled the system. Our education system is a mess. Healthcare is rotting. The judiciary is rotting. And they want to come back. The other people who are making noise, while the other people are there spoiling the system, they come and make it worse. So they want to put Kumi outside the box, knowing fully well that he has all it takes to change this country. Right now, we have two forces fighting. We have evil and we have good. Good is fighting evil. And evil thinks they have the strength. Good have the strength, but it will take time. And the time it has taken is from the time they took Cummings to court. They fought him in court. They put themselves together, they gang up against him. The government and the failed people party, the government and the former ruling party, they gang up themselves against the good. Mr. Cummings took in the court, lie on him, and that daily yield fruit. Now we are into this election that the Liberian people are coming the way of the CPP, understanding the vision of the CPP and knowing fully well to themselves that what they need, the only person that can change that situation is Mr. Cummings. So they are going again to put the CPP aside and prefer themselves to be the best. But they are not. So the high level of desperation will lead them to the negative. October 10, 9 o'clock, or from 8 to 9, some of them will be waking up from their sleep. Plus, when they start to hear the preliminary results, they will come to themselves and say what we were doing no good to ourselves or harm. If you feel this man is unpopular, why you keep attacking him?
Why you keep attacking let me ask the other gentleman on the other side. Your friend, I forgot his name. What was your name again, brother? Forget.
Otis.
What was your name again?
Otis.
Otis. Do you think the young people are aware of the fact that voting for Joseph Nima Boakai is voting for Jeremiah Kum as president? Are they aware of that? And if so, what are some of the reactions you guys get from, you approach them or you inform them of this information?
So the young people that include our very selves here, we are aware of the happenings. In 2005, though we were not very big, but we followed things. The 2005 election had many young people who were not so concerned about analyzing between who provides right idea or not. But then we have just come from the Civil War, and most of Liberians who were either land persons or other ways have gone in the diaspora, and it was just so early to return. So fast forward from 2005 to 2023, we have seen several different elections that include presidential elections. We have seen factors that have influenced each of those elections. We are aware that in this particular dispensation or this particular 2023 elections, people are there for different reasons. I follow my kinsman, Senator Johnson, who is the governing council chair and the founding father, and also the prostrate leader of Senator Jeremiah Kum, who is the vice standard bearer. And if, unfortunately, the United Party is to win, the de facto, and that would be the worst de facto, where in the next man constitutionally, maybe the case of President William McGill was appointee, so his de facto leadership was not as negatively affected as compared to having an elected second president being de facto president, because you are here leaked videos. But to point to something that will even make you understand that the young people are believing that electing Joseph Boakai is not just about electing Joseph Boakai, but also a leadership that include or that is going to be around the tribal sentiment of Senator Johnson proceed in Jeremiah Kum. This man said at the rally in Nimba, I was very keen listening at the rally in Nimba, telling Nimba that his disagreement with President Uyama on a basis that they went into certain arrangement that Nimba should have had about 4 lucrative ministries as ministers, 5 deputy ministers, 5 assistant ministers, and several other directors and ambassadors position. I was shocked, like, what? So what is the arrangement now with the president who they coming as vice standard bearer to? Is it the arrangement will be 10 ministers, 15 deputy ministers, 20 assistant ministers, and maybe about 5 different or 10 different ambassadors? So it clearly shows to you that there's an arrangement that is not in favor of the Liberian people. There's an arrangement on the basis of desperation. It's not in favor, and the young people are aware.
We are aware of we are aware that our future matters to us more than anyone. We are aware of that. The young people are aware. The young people are also aware that the CDC has failed them. This is why up till now you will find jokingly the CDC will be organizing national checker day, national days, national jumping rope day, because they are struggling now to get the young people back.
National Lulu Day.
Yeah, national. Maybe the next national, because we don't see national country cook. I don't know why people carry $50 plus one cup of red because we're in elementary school. Country code, those are the things we do. But those are just demonstration of lack of the metro that you have, lack of the tendency that you control. The young people were now foolish to give you their leadership. The same leadership they provided to you with the expectation that you are going to think on their behalf, you have fall back already. Now the young people have seen the ideas, because Mr. Cummings is clear. The young people have seen that jobs is lacking. This is why on Wednesday or major working day, 12 o'clock, if you visit areas like the Ataye Center, young people will be there. They are not there because they do not want to get something else doing. Not that it's bad for people to be at the Ataye Center, because at the Ataye Center, it demonstrates their passion for intellectualism, their passion for moving Liberia forward. But they are going to be there Wednesday by 12 o'clock because there is no job. Job is not being provided. The young people are aware that Mr. Cummings have shown a way out to provide 100,000 jobs annually. Who will not be excited about that? Who wants to be using winner and premium as the means of employment? Who wants to do that? Who wants to graduate from school and not have the opportunity to be employed? The young people are aware that Mr. Cummings has promised 600,000 jobs in 6 years. And he has given a way out through agriculture, through fixing the system by removing waste in our system, providing the opportunity for entrepreneurship, providing necessary skills through vocational and technical training that will be skilled, that when this employment opportunity comes, we will fit in. The young people are aware of that. We are aware of these things. We are aware that one of the major things that undermine our future is corruption. We are aware that the office of the president had a chief of office staff being sanctioned based on corruption. Though people say the president is not aware or the president is not corrupt, but a chief of office staff was sanctioned for corruption. We, the young people, we are aware. We are aware that the national gatekeeper, the managing director of the National Food Authority, was sanctioned for stealing corruption. We are aware of that. And we are aware that Mr. Cummings is providing opportunity or the ideas of fixing the rule of law through fast track. That is the first thing Mr. Cummings has said, is that we are going to audit these institutions. He said we're going to do waste something. Since the CDC and the UP want to be doing stone throwing, they want to be arguing who corrupt more than their friend. I think they actually want to be doing in common Liberia English. The CDC want to be questioning UP because they are aware that UP is as corrupt as they are. UP feel like them, so they want to be pointing at UP and say that they are major rival. And the UP also want to be pointing at the CDC because you will not have anything to say to Mr. Cummings about corruption. You will not be pointing to Charlie Bronski about corruption. You will not be saying that. If you argue about Councillor Bronski, we will be telling you that though she had not served in the legislature before, but she has been a major originator of laws and provided review to laws more than Jeremiah Kuhn, who has been there in the legislature. They know they will not want to delve into that kind of argument. They will not. But we, the young people, we are aware of that. We are aware that Mr. Cummings and Councillor Bronski are providing a way out for our future. That is something we are aware of. The young women are aware that Councillor Bronski is an aspiration that they are looking forward to. They want to have a time that people will trust them, like Mr. Cummings has entrusted Councillor Bronski. So, like you were just saying, I usually throw this out to some of our colleagues who are still struggling with the United Party. I ask them usually this rhetorical question. I can tell you now that tomorrow, because our constitution provides that when the president is proven incapable to continue, it could be for some natural reasons. Every human being is under natural, circumstances. So if Mr. Cummings is proven incapable to continue constitutionally, we can entrust Liberia onto the leadership of Councillor Charlie and Bronski because we know where she stands. We know her surrounding. Can you do the same with Jeremiah Kun and the MDR? And they will say, but now Jeremiah Kun will electing president. But the Constitution is aware of these things. So can you entrust the MDR? Because if Ambassador Boaga for any reason is not in the picture, it means the MDR Jeremiah Kun. They do not want to hear this, but it is the MDR Jeremiah Kun that we are aware will be running more activity. Even Senator Johnson has said it, the leak audio is there. He himself has said it. So they are aware, we are aware,
So
and we are looking forward to a better future with Mr. Cummings. I think you are.
Yeah, come on.
Okay.
if for some reason I'm having some issue, can you guys hear me?
The 2023 presidential and general elections are just ahead, and Liberians will go to the polls on October
Hear me?
and choose new leaders for
Neighbor,
government.
can you guys hear me?
One man standing on the Bongo Reds is Alexander
Neighbor?
Benedict Cummings, an astute statesman of national.
Neighbor,
Seku,
can you hear
Seku,
me?
yeah. Well, at least we're getting you now, but you come, or in fact, you were coming in with that kind of more.
My man,
Yeah.
my internet keep tripping on me, man.
Yeah, right around the
Yeah.
sub-region, this thing happens. Sometimes the network, by the time the cloud get a little
Yeah,
bit
man.
darker or dark, and something serious happen. But how be it? Thank you, at least. Otis,
Yeah.
that just what my neighbor sent.
Thank
That's
you.
good, bro.
So
Yeah,
so can
I
you
like
guys
that
can
of
you
you.
guys hear me now?
Yes, you are.
Yes.
Neighbor.
You are clear.
All right. You know what I want you to do? I want you to open
Me?
the line in Liberia there.
Mm.
I want you to open the in Mosovaro there, in Morovia, in Cape Mount, everywhere in Liberia. Let's hear from the young people. Are they aware that voting for Joseph Boakai is voting for Prince Johnson and Jeremiah Kun for president? If they're aware of that, I want to know and what that means to them.
Yeah, thank you. So please, if you call, just be safe. Please, you just listen to one young, brilliant Liberian just talking. You call on the show, you just be safe with what you want to say. Don't be attacking people. 0778 339682. That's the number to call. Please, if you call here, so you won't go other way around, going to cut you off, please. So you just be safe on what you want to say. 0778 339682. Again, that's the number to call, please. Yeah. So let me see. Yeah, 0778 339682. Let me say thanks to those of you who have been following this broadcast. I don't know if you just joining us. Also, welcome to the program, the SKTV. And yes, indeed, 0778 339682. Yeah, Otis, I just receiving a couple of text messages coming. And say, yeah. And how it's supposed to be, man. Young people, when you discuss issue like this, or confrontation, that would be so good. So 0778 339682. I don't know what happened to the line or what. Let me see how best to do some adjustment. The calls are coming,
Yeah,
but
so if the calls are not going through, I can provide some analysis based on what we have heard from these young people. I saw brilliant. I saw future leaders, and I saw some young men with some hairs on their shoulders. Believe me, I'm thrilled. I think these guys know exactly what they're talking about. And the CPP, Mr. Cummings, and the entire opposition should be proud of these guys.
yeah, so let me see. Still let me just try the line now. Hello?
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, my brother, good evening. Your name and from where you join us?
From Looking Town.
Okay, go ahead, Chief. Just listen to young Liberians talking.
Yes, I understand them and I want to tell you thank you very much. But the problem is that we people mind. So
say, hey, hello, excuse me, don't say we, say ah. No. Yeah, but you can say we the Liberian, and then for everybody, excuse me now, my brother, listen now, my man, hello. The men are talking, he's too, he's a Liberian, right?
Sure.
So say I decide to, simple. Hey, my brother. Go ahead. Okay, go ahead. Okay, all right. You say I, don't say we. Even how many people you get? You know, what 40 people I get 1,000 people. Hello? Yeah, go ahead, your name and for wait, Josh. Yeah, man. Yeah, the man is serious. Mm-hmm.
I listen to Otis very well. He's a very good friend of mine. We all interviewed at the
Hello? Wow, a lot of messed up the lamp to this caller. Good evening. Hello? 077-833-9682. That's the number to call. Again, 077-833-9682. Please, you call. Say at the start of quote. Don't say we. Don't do that. Yeah, hello. Go ahead. Your name and for wait, Josh. Yeah, Chief, go ahead. Let's call. Good evening. Oh, the phone. Yeah, man, you're freezing the phone. Let me see.
Yeah, we are struggling. I think the ring. I don't know, man. From where I sit, they really want ring.
Yeah, I think the network. 077-833-9682. Look, you know, can make me laugh. That's a good. Even the show can finish. People they say be calling me. I know the people can call and say, "Job be calling." They get me follow. Some of them, some of you get me follow. Job be calling. I don't know where you can be. Job be calling. So let's call up. Hello. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Chief.
Waiting for PYG or I don't know let me tell you, this is a decision that some of us came up with.
Some of us, I like that.
We young people, we are seeing the kind of properties that we continue to live in for the past 6 years. We continue to see what for us if we extend giving the election of the system to Joey. We will not be able to stand.
So who you want to give it to? That move forward. Who you want to give it to? Okay, thank you. All right, thank you. Thank you. Hello? Yeah, Chigua.
You know, that thing people, you always try to use the program. You always need information like that factor. But let me reassure you that what's one thing? The people have already been told. Whether example me, whosoever, the two are that go food to take my program. Nothing can stop it. Thank you.
If you're not doing my justice, the only thing I want you to do is say in a barrack, also you talk for yourself. If you call, say me, then we know you as a person. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, Chief, go ahead. Mm-hmm.
A question to you guys. What is
I mean, you are sleeping or what? And what happened to you? But we're not getting it too clear. Now I'm asking.
My question here is, when you guys are on TV,
Mm-hmm.
all your directors will be unity fighting where
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you guys are there to market your
well, you know the party go well, you know the party was not the former ruling party. No, but where? Where?
Okay. So you marketing your son of the and what you are doing, what are the tangibles you are doing, and what you will do for the Nigerian people, even when you are at the Kokoro, the days of a Kokoro, what you do for the Nigerian people. Those are things that you're supposed to practice for him, to the Nigerian people.
All right. All right. Thank you. Today's caller. Good evening. Yeah.
Good evening. How are you, my brother?
I'm okay with Chief. Go ahead, your name and from where you join us.
Thank you. I'm just from a resident. It's the 12. I'm the national champion of the National Rescue Team of Nigeria. Well, I'm listening to your studio guest, and I want to say today, you know, they say I'm voting for Mr. Waka, almost like voting for Prince Johnson or Jeremiah. But I would say one to you. If I vote for Jeremiah not from Guinea. If I vote for Jeremiah not from Arago. If I vote for Jeremiah, you're not from Morocco, Jeremiah and Nigerian. You see the difference?
No, anything he's saying now, hey, don't make confusion. Anything he's saying what you want to say, very easy. You say, make the thing into active and enjoyable, man. Go ahead. Yeah, my brother, good evening. Go ahead, your name and from where you join us.
You are saying that they want to say, you are getting a thing with you. Getting correcting to nothing with the truth.
No, listen now. No, the people came as a team. The people came as a team under the umbrella of the CPP. So what am I talking about?
What do you know about the people getting angry for? Maybe one more call, man. One more call so we can have a conversation.
Yeah, okay, no problem. So today's caller then we'll cross over to let me see. Yeah. You know, sometimes we gotta be real. Like one of the stations I can call, you'll be doing all that thing out to me. So when I call, you'll be Go ahead. Yeah, Chi, go ahead.
When it comes to Jeremiah, they say we're not going for Jeremiah. But Jeremiah, for this thing that brought to go for Mr. Kumi, Mr. Kumi and Nigeria. We are supposed to all know that Mr. Kumi is
Look at it one. Look at the kind of where you want from the country you want to learn. You tell me the coming for the country, the weapon Mr. Kumi is coming from. You go ahead. Yeah, Chi, go ahead.
Okay, you see now, the question now.
Hey, hello. Don't use the word disgrace. Hello, excuse me. I'll keep you here or I'll cut you off. You don't want to listen to me.
Maybe let that be the last call so we can continue this conversation.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Go back. Anybody I want to make progress in life, wherever you come from, first grade and you are about.
And the same people will be protesting tomorrow. We'll probably talking the beat, what kind of thing?
Go back again. We give a unity party within CDC. If you want to go back, but when you want to go back, you go back. You know, I don't want to urge everybody that nobody wants to retrogress. Everybody wants to move forward. So if we want for our country to move forward, one thing about coming, people that have the capacity, who have the capability.
All right.
People
All right.
Our country like this.
All right.
Young people, please. Let us think about coming so that our country can be better. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. For me, let job remain peaceful now all in this election because nobody knows who is the best. So, Segu, I'm back to you.
Thank you, Mabel. Before I go to the young people here, those when we call them young people, we're not telling you they are children in the kindergarten. These are men with some responsibility. Some of them are family men married with children. Only because of the age, compared to those who are major political actors in their 60s and 70s, in their 80s and 90s. These are don't even know his own age. Because sometimes they say the men are 89 years, sometimes they say 83 years, sometimes the men say, the men don't even know the age. But we're talking about, when we say young people, we're talking about people, middle-aged people, especially between 35, let's say from 40 down, all those are young people, politically. But they understand clearly what's going on in the country. They feel the same pain you are feeling. They have children to feel. They have wives, significant other to take care of. They have skill. Some of them graduated from university. But they have, not that they are lazy, but they got nothing to do. Because the government, from Joseph Boakai to George Weah, have failed them. Some of them are in school right now, about to graduate. But no future. Nothing for them. Because of the failed policy of Boakai, Weah,
Segu. Segu.
To govern the nation, and one name that stands out among the rest is Alexander Benedict Cummings, an astute statesman of national and international integrity, national standard bearer, and first partisan of the collaborating political parties, CPP. Alexander Benedict Cummings and Governor Charlie Bromsky, President and Vice President for a better Liberia, for massive and decent paid jobs, with equal access to jobs and.
All right, so we have about 8 more minutes to go. So Otis and that Cyrus, you just listening to the callers. Are you guys getting me?
Yes.
Okay, so you just listen to your fellow Liberians though. So what's your own take on the callers?
So to close, I just see the young people who are called the party. I see them as angry. They are angry because they want to change to change the life of the young people, to transform the country. All of the foreign aids they had is squandered. So they are angry because you have passionate young people in the studio here today, telling them the mistakes
Okay.
and the failure of
Hey,
their
can you guys hear me?
So that's why they are angry. But we want to tell them that October 10th is the final judgment day. And at 8 o'clock, some of you will start to bite your fingers. Esokumi is the way, it is the real change that all of us are looking for. And we encourage all of our Liberian citizens, supporters of ANC, CPP, and all of the civil servants. We believe that almost all of the civil servants are supporters of.
All right.
The silent voters, the intellectual class, and everybody, 50% of the Liberian people, we ask that you come on October 6th as we do our closer of our campaign.
Thank you very much. Thanks to Chief Seku, and God bless you.
All right, Otis.
Yes, Johnson and Seku, thank you so much. You know, when I'm going to categorize the callers in two categories. The first category are people who honestly experience the challenges of hardship in this government and they really seek change, but they are confused as to where this change comes from. This is why we are suggesting to you that the other folks from the Unity Party are not change. They are a reputation. Then it brings in the second group of colors, who my colleagues have described as the angry ones. You know, when you have a thief who have already set a target area, maybe that guy have decided to go and steal somewhere, and he sees that you are just fanning around that area continuously, it means you are going to sabotage his mission to go and steal there. So he's going to be angry with you for no reason. That is how some of these guys from the Unity Party are. They want to come back to government to steal. They want to come back to government to squander. They want to come back to government with no plan. Just a typical example of it. There's a major political party that has been preparing for governance ever since. They have drafted and crafted their ideas into what they call AREST, A-R-E-S-T. Few weeks or less than 3 weeks to the national elections, they added another policy to it. It shows that they are not deliberating
Yeah.
with desperation. Now they have A-R-E-S-T. I don't know who they want to hang on according to one of the big brothers today. So it shows to you that they are negatively desperate to get back in power, to understand that they just want to they want to. So
try to conclude as fast as possible so we can close it here.
This is about our future. This is about our future. Anyone who stands in the way to my bright future, I'm going to consider you as a major rival in this process. And the Unity Party is the one, the CDC is another. Mr. Cummings is giving us a path to a bright future. Give him a chance. Young people, come on board. Come on board. Let's make this work. We can make this work and it can be a lesson learned for all of us. That when someone tells you that you can do this based on your conviction, based on your passion to make that happen, how work discipline it can happen. October 6th, we are outside making Morovia and Liberia large very positively.
Thank you so much, Otis, and thanks to the team from the CPP. Chiseku, we gotta go.
Yeah, so thank you so much. Thank you, Melbourne, and thank you to Obadiah and Otis. I really, really admire them. We have only 2 minutes to go. For some reason, Melbourne, where I sit, it looks like I want to read. It looks like I want to read, and that will interfere with my data.
Yeah, Prince, I know Prince by Richard Williams, as you are.
That's my friend. That's my friend.
Oh,
the man refused to send me data. Don't matter, man.
Yeah, man.
But Melbourne,
so for
what's happening here? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm getting you.
It looks like it wants to read here where I sit. I don't know about you. But,
yeah, but the same thing here to us. So here is dark. Yeah, you know, we share the same border.
Read right now, so maybe.
Thank you so much. So
yeah, the data. I mean, the internet is bad, so we'll come back tomorrow.
All right, by God's grace. Thanks to all of you for viewing, especially for those of you who've been with us since 6 o'clock. Thanks to all of you too, also from the radio side. Thanks to all of you. We'll catch you, and that will be on tomorrow by the grace of the Almighty God. Good night. Love Liberia, and think wisely before you vote. Thanks to all of you.
All right, folks. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. We'll be here tomorrow. Because of the raining thing, when it rains up, the internet service can be really, really bad. Hopefully, we'll be better tomorrow. And it seems like I'm developing some code here. I'm not sure what's going on with it. I will do what I can to be okay before tomorrow. But yes, it was nice talking to all of you. And for the 3 people that actually contributed to us for us to buy data, I want to say thank you. There was 3 people actually for the time check. But I want to say thank you to all of you for being here. We'll be here tomorrow. Those of you who are agitated, who are angry for the fact that we mentioned Joseph Nima Boakai, some of you will develop heart attack before the election. I hope not. Some of you will develop some serious problem before the election. First of all, you are supporting somebody that you know very well that is not capable, that is not able, that is unfit, unprepared to lead. Somebody that cannot make decisions for themselves. Somebody that cannot make his own decision about his health. Somebody that cannot make decisions for his political party. A man who anything he touches dies, including the Unity Party. The very moment Joseph Boakai became the leader of the Unity Party, the entire party went into disarray. The entire party went to coma. It was the formation of the CPP that rejuvenated the life of the Unity Party. Unity Party was dead. They know very well Joseph Boakai is not a leader. They know very well they can only use him to exploit the country. So every time you point to those flaws, every time you point to those problems, they get angry. They get agitated. I really pity you guys, situation. Because we're going to continue to expose these facts to the Liberian people. We're going to make sure Liberian people are aware of the fact that they are forcing somebody on them that is not ready to lead. Joseph Boakai has served his term. But right now, as I sit here, you and I both know that Joseph Boakai is not aware of what's going on. Joseph Boakai is sick. People who are going around, there are Unity Party people there who are desperate to come by to take position. If you love Liberia, vote for somebody else. I'm not going to tell you to vote for Commish. I'm not going to tell you to vote for what's his name, George Weah. I'm not going to tell you to vote for Gonglo. But voting for Joseph Nima Boakai, it's like you voting to destroy Liberia. Imagine Jeremiah Kun as president of Liberia. The man who was engaged in high-level corruption with Thomas Fala. The man who has been denied visa to come to the United States. Imagine that man being president of the country. Imagine. So voting for Boakai is voting for Jeremiah Kun, is voting for Prince Johnson to lead Liberia. It's a fact. And you know it's true. They are angry because they don't want us to say it. My Liberian people, when you go to that voting booth, forget about tribalism, forget about sectionalism, forget about this whole tribal sentiment or party, so-called party discipline. Liberia first, Liberia last. Steve, my man, welcome, but you're late. We're about to leave now because our internet being going back and forth, being acting funny. Because when the ring is, when we try to ring here, that what can happen? Somebody said I'm running away because the data is about to finish. No, the data will not finish. The people continue to send us data money. So because you didn't send data money, that way you're angry. So voting for Joseph Boakai, voting for Unity Party, you are voting for the party corrupt, the party against which the CDC was elected. CDC was brought to power because of the failure, the incompetence, the inaptitude of Boakai and the rest of the people, because they corrupted the country, they spoiled the country. They only care about themselves and their family. Every suffering you are going through right now, it did not start with George Weah. George Weah just made it worse because George Weah is incompetent. Because George Weah lacks the technical know-how and understanding of governance. That's how we got here. You kick Unity Party out because you know that they failed the country for 12 years. And Joseph Barker said he was at the table making all the corrupt deal. So if you're looking for change, Joseph Barker represents the past. Joseph Barker represents history. And not even good history, bad history. Joseph Barker does not represent anything new. He has nothing new to give it to the Liberian people. He represents the old system. He does not understand the current reality. He does not even understand technology. As a matter of fact, because of the man's health, he cannot even use a lot of technology, a lot of equipments, anything that will interfere with whatever system you're using with the pacemaker. You cannot even use a cell phone right now. Somebody has to have a cell phone because it interferes with the battery that is supporting his pacemaker. Joseph Barker is not well. They are fooling you. They are lying to you. The people who are lying to you are the ones that are trying to come to power. Because most of those young people, they use Liberian people money to go to school. By the time they graduated, their time was up. The Liberian people said they were corrupt. They kicked Unity Party out of power. So those guys are angry. They are desperate. They felt like they just went to school and they never had time to reap the fruit. They think they deserve to exploit the country. That's why Unity Party is divided into two political parties. Early Unity Party versus Joseph Barker Unity Party. Early Unity Parties had a lot of mature people, bureaucrats. They were corrupt, but they had some understanding of politics and some understanding of administration, some understanding of governance. This new group that runs and controls Joseph Barker, they are a bunch of desperate young people that lack leadership. All they want is to steal from the Liberian people. I'm just being honest with you. If you vote for Joseph Barker, you're giving the country back to the same people that corrupted the country for 12 years. Liberian people deserve better. They will be angry at me, they will insult me, they will say all kinds of things about me, but I don't care. As long as it's about Liberia, it's because of Liberia, I'm fine with it. Voting for Barker, you are selling the country to another group of vampires that are ready to suck up the blood of our country. Imagine Barker is not even president yet. He went to Ghana and negotiated the sale of Olugisi Mountain. Do you know, or do we know, other things that were discussed in their deal to sell the country resources? Joseph Boakai is not the one that will be running the country. Imagine Mo Ali then running the country. Imagine Prince Johnson running the country, Jeremiah Kun. Can you imagine? I'm just being honest with you. If you go and vote for Boakai, it means that you are selling the country. You are selling your birthright to Jeremiah Kun, Prince Johnson, Mo Ali. Imagine you giving your country to people like Eugene Fangone. Think about this. They are the one that control Joseph Boakai. Fangong. Crazy men like Fangong. Mentally deranged men like Fangong. Imagine Ube then. The men we can try and forget. The garden, they put in the brought the CDC. The CDC rejected them. Those guys, those tribalists, those divisionists, those confucianists, that traffic in tribalism and discrimination. If you vote for Joseph Boakai, you are voting to destroy Liberia again. All the people that are doing it, they're not doing it for Joseph Boakai. They're not doing it for Liberia. They're doing it for themselves. They are a bunch of corrupt young people who lack leadership ability. Imagine if we have qualified and able young people in the Unity Party. Joseph Nima Boakai wouldn't have been anywhere near presidency or running for president. You think about this. Everything about Joseph Boakai is a disqualifier. First of all, age is not in his favor. His health problem, his inability to make decisions, his lack of leadership, his record. Somebody served his country for close to 50 years. He did nothing in terms of self-development. He did nothing in terms of developing himself in his city he's from. The town, the villages he's from. He did nothing for them. 47 years to 50 years. He did nothing for the country he's from. Nothing, absolutely. Let alone to talk about the country. Joseph Boakai did nothing for Lofa. He did nothing in Lofa. What makes you think? After 47 years of being dysfunctional, what guarantee can these people tell you that Joseph Boakai will provide to the Liberian people? That's why they don't talk policy. They don't talk plan. Because they have no policy prescriptions. They have no idea. They have no plan to change the country. So when you talk about change, he represents nothing that resembles change. Age is not in his favor. Health is not in his favor. Record is not in his favor. There's nothing. Absolutely nothing. All they tell you, all the people that are Unity Party, they are all doing it because they want to come back to power. I'm just being honest with you. We got a lot of options. You got Komis, you got Tewon Gonglo, you got Monuba, you got Lusoni Kamara, you got all the other people there. If you want to vote for somebody else. But voting for Joseph Boakai, you voting for Jeremiah Kun to be president of Liberia. You voted for Prince Johnson, they can't even travel to go anywhere to be vice president or president of Liberia, to make decisions on your behalf. The man who you know ready to take power by all means. I'm going to stop there for tonight. If you vote for Joseph Boakai, you're voting for Jeremiah Kun to be your president. Unless you tell me you're ready for Jeremiah Kun to be. Somebody say, oh, Jeremiah Kun to the Liberian. So that every Liberian can be president because you're Liberian. So that is the qualifier for you. The qualification to be president for you is to be a Liberian. Okay. That is to tell you. The same people that are telling you now, the day Joseph Boakai become president, and Jeremiah Kun already selling him on part. They will leave Joseph Boakai sleeping and do whatever they can do to him to take a part from on him. Then Jeremiah Kun become president. They say they met to the Liberian. Or Prince Johnson will go and do anything to him. They will tell you, say Prince Johnson to the Liberian. Prince Johnson have told you that he has men, rebels, that he can put Kinju in them. Prince Johnson said he can get in Kinju and cause havoc and mayhem on the Liberian people. Prince Johnson said, yeah, rebel them ready. You can use them anytime. The only thing they need to do, just leave the paper sleeping and take whatever part they want to take from him. Then he says, well, no, they already got battery because Prince Johnson said it. Prince Johnson said they make them collapse anytime. I'm just, sometimes it sounds funny, but this is serious. It's real. Prince Johnson said this man can collapse anytime. So you voting for Joseph Boakai, and these guys are ready to abstract his part from on him to take the presidency and say the man was already sick. You don't want to take that risk. You have a lot of options. If you think Jowea is inept, is incompetent, is corrupt, you have other options. You have Alexander Cummings, you have Tiawon Gonglo, you have Lusuni Kamara, you got other people who are also Liberians. Joseph Boakai left sleeping bed already. Make him be sitting down, the people dancing in front of him. You'll be sleeping. The beating drum in his face. He's sleeping. You put that man, Jeremiah Kun, in the scene of it, then what happened? They will do anything to that man. They say the man have battery. Prince Johnson said the Nimba gateway to presidency is through Joseph Boakai. He said, the old man, So, Liberian people, you open your eyes, you shine your eyes. Joseph Boakai, I know some of you are Unity Party people, you want to get to power, you want to also corrupt the country. But put Liberia first, the people. Put Liberia first. The combination cannot just be good at all. If the Joseph Boakai was with somebody who are good people, it's okay. But somebody who already looking for human part, then you can't put a man with sleepy person. What's going to happen? And the man who is his own master, telling the whole world that the man can collapse anytime. So they can do anything to that man. They will say the man already have battery. Prince Johnson can do anything to that man. Prince Johnson slaughter a whole president on camera. So what do you expect? Oh, wait now. Somebody want to call on WhatsApp by all means to talk something. I can't go. Hello? Hey. I'm sure I'm about to leave now. You want to call me back after the show, or you want me to call you back? All right, no problem. I'll call you right after the show, okay? Okay. So, folks, we're going to leave it there for today. I'm just warning all of you. Joseph Boakai, he may have his time in government. He has served Liberia, even though he has nothing to show for it. But at least his time is up. You don't have to waste your time. Because let me tell you something. Don't waste your vote. Unity Party. God said will not allow Unity Party to come back to power. They served for 12 years. Look at the way the country looking. Look at the way the country looking. And they're providing no new idea, policy that will change the country. That means they will only come and add insult to injury. So tomorrow we'll be here. They're angry. Let me tell you something before I go. I talked to one United Party person today from Foya. I swear to God. This person told me, I'm going to vote. I'm going to support Joseph Nima Boakai. The person told me they're going to support Joseph Nima Boakai and their Unity Party supporter. And the person said to me that even though he is Unity Party person, even though he's going to vote for, he's still going to vote for Joseph Boakai, but he told me that it's possible that Lofa going to be up for grab. The person lives in Foya. The person told me about what happened a few days ago in Vanjaman when CDC had a program there. The person told me how much Clarence Moniba going to be a factor. The person told me how much Unity Party people are divided among themselves because of the whole politics between Galapa Kotima and the former Liberty Party Senator Steve Zago. That has divided the Unity Party in Lofa. Unity Party may end up losing Lofa. Or if they can win it, they will win in a bare minimum, maybe by 3 or 4 percentage point to the second person. So if Joseph Boakai can struggle in Lofa because of his failure to do anything in Lofa, what else? So Joseph Boakai got nothing to provide to Liberia. So on that note, we'll call it a day. And we love Liberia, sleep well. I'm here and I'm doing okay. Even though I'm trying to, I'm kind of feel like developing cold right now. But I want to say thank you to all of you that contributed to data, to the data money. Those of you who didn't do it, you better do it. You want us to come on every day. I want to say thank you to all of you. We appreciate your time. And we'll be here tomorrow. All right? Good night.
Oboni babono Niki majigi aladi porota macho